All right, now we are going to go over how to save it and use it again later. So basically what I mean, not just necessarily your file or your template, but the pattern that you create. So this is a design that I've made in the past. Make sure again, whatever template that you have a full sheet of dots, because you can definitely use that again as well. I'm going to go to my layers and I'm going to show you some things that I have used over and over and over again. So this one right here is a full sheet of diamonds. You can change the color, you can crop it, you can move it, you can bring it to a whole nother canvas size. So this is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna copy this. Now, if it's on its own layer, then you do have to copy and paste every single layer. But if it is bunched together as one, like it's flattened, then you can copy the whole pattern and put it into another canvas. The only thing is you can't separate it later. So I advise do not merge them together. Keep your layers separate and then add them one by one. All right, so this one right here, we're going to copy. We're gonna go to gallery and we're going to open up a new canvas or template area. Now, depending on the size of your previous template, the sizing and the dots may be different just by a little bit, but that's okay. It'll still help us, get the idea going. All right, so you can see here, I automatically pasted it in. Looks pretty good. Some minor changes in resizing that I gotta do. But other than that, that takes away half of what I have to do for this template. And I can change the color. So I'm gonna go to my layers, click on the one that I just pasted into here, and I'm going to hit alpha lock. And we are going to change the color to green. So you can see here, this is the same exact pattern that we did down here. All right, now I have another layer. I can bring in this one where it's diamonds, but this one has like little diamonds on the inside. Now it does overlap this previous one, so maybe not that one. Let's try this one. This one's a little bit more fuller. All right, let's see. Or we could do let's do the diamonds by itself. All right, so I'm gonna hit tap and all I'm gonna do is hit copy. So that's like you're carrying it, right? So I'm gonna go to gallery, go up to our new template, go to actions, hit paste. Boom, there is our new template. We've just made a new design, new colors, new everything. So with this one, I actually like this color scheme right here, so I'm not going to do too much. The only thing here is I do things differently on my seams, so I'm just going to fix this just a tad bit. And you may need to do some readjusting. That's okay if you do, no biggie. Just be careful, just make sure that it is something that you can undo if need be. All right, so I can see here that I need to make sure that what I do to this side, I also do to this side. Now, if you're not sure like what row you're on, you can use the guide. So go to your actions, canvas, and go to edit drawing guide. Make sure this toggle is on and it'll bring a line. When you save your files, this line is not going to be shown. It is just for when you're in Procreate. If you click on edit drawing guide, you can change the color of it so you can see it a little bit better. You can change the thickness of it, or the opacity of it, and the thickness of it. I wish it would go a little bit thicker, but that's how it is. You can change how you want it, if you just want it vertical, horizontal, quadrant, or radial. I usually keep the horizontal on, or the quadrant on, so I can see vertical and horizontal. So when I am trying to figure out if I'm doing one thing to one side, I can make sure that these are done evenly. All right, looks good. All right, so it does look like I do need to do some editing here just to make sure, because remember what's done on this side, it needs to look on this side. All right, so let's fill in the purple. So I'm gonna do color pick. So this little square right here shows the color pick tool, and this helps you get that exact color if you don't have it already in your history. All right, go to my layers. I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the right layer, and I'm gonna drag and drop. Oops, do I have my reference on? Nope. Let me make sure I have my reference on for my bling template. All right, I'm on the layer that I want to edit, and I'm gonna drag and drop those colors in there. All right, I'm gonna do the same for these 3 and these 2 at the bottom. And this is just so it's seamless on this side and the other side. All right. And then let me go back to the edit guide. This one is good. That's good. And right now I'm just making sure that this half circle is the same color as this full circle on each side. So this one right here needs to be green. So let me make sure I'm on my green layer. Turn off the alpha lock when you are trying to edit, because with the alpha lock on, it locks everything. So you're not going to be able to add anything to it. All right, I know I need to change these. All right, so that one's already changed. Oh, you know what I did? Hold on. Do I have the assist on? Yes. Let me make sure your drawing assist is on, because with the drawing assist on, again, whatever you're trying to do to this side, it'll try to mirror you, and it doesn't do it right. Remember, Procreate was not necessarily made for us in our bling templates, so it doesn't recognize what we're trying to do as far as dotting. So it's just going to try to like fill in that space when you're tapping. So just make sure the assist is off. This drawing assist right here, make sure that is not checked when you're filling in and you have the lines on, because that's kind of like the extra step that it just automatically turns on, and you just have to turn it off. All right, so I think we are done. Let me go to edit real quick. Blue. These are all blue. All right, perfect. So we are done with this template. So we've literally just made, in less than 5 minutes, a whole brand new template, new color. Now, even though it is the same pattern, keep in mind your customers may like a certain pattern, but not the color that you pick. So it's okay to make multiple patterns or multiple of the same pattern, just with different colors, because even though, yes, they are just going to print it and maybe not sublimate it on the tumbler, but it's hard for them to imagine, okay, I want this yellow, but I see purple. And instead of them just thinking, oh, I can just put whatever stone color I want, they're going to ask you, can you make this area yellow? I want to use yellow instead of purple. And in your head, you're like, okay, we'll just print it and use yellow. But they need to see it. A lot of us are visual learners, and in order for us to execute this pattern with yellow, we need to see yellow. So just keep in mind, when you are making patterns, it's okay to duplicate your patterns. Just change the color up. If you want to add something from another design, you definitely can. Let's go to gallery. Now also keep in mind, this only works if it's the same size stone. You cannot go to a 3mm template and then install it into a 5mm. Now, if you're using it as a reference, you can definitely do that, but you'll just have to make those dots. But as far as keeping it exactly the same, you will need to make sure that it is the same size. So let's see, for example, what can I bring in here? Let's see, if I brought in my unicorn right here, let's go to copy, go back to gallery, go back to our new template and go to actions, add and paste. Boom. Now it looks like they put him in between the layers, so we're just gonna slide him up here so he's in the forefront. And look, we've got a new template. We've got diamonds and unicorns. Now this is a cute design that's for maybe like a little girl who loves unicorns, or if you're an adult and you like unicorns as well, no judgment. But this is just you know, an idea of how many different templates you can make. This is why I was able to make over 700 templates. Not a lot of them are repeats, but if you look closely, there are some patterns that are very similar, just a different color, and then I add new elements to them to keep them, you know, fresh. So again, make sure you save it. Now, I'm not saying you got to save every single pattern that you make in Procreate, because you don't want your app to slow down. But if it's a pattern where you feel like you'll definitely recreate that again, especially your ombres, your chevrons, your zigzags, V-splits, and things like that, and your diamonds, those are key elements that you can definitely use for another